Hello, hello. Something is different. Where are we? We're in my childhood room, actually, with a new paint of coat, or new coat of paint. And I'm still a bit messy, but it'll get cleaned up in time. It's day 8. It's day 8. So, let me put this. Okay. So, yeah, it's day 8, and I'm back from my vacation, and things are about to get awesome sauce. So, we still need to play our game. Those that know me know I'm actually going to be going sober starting tomorrow. So, today is the perfect day to play our game. So, I need to get a book that we're gonna write out of, but pre-K is going on rest for a little bit just because I don't want to do that, but I'll grab a book and we can get started. Cool. So we're gonna do something a little different. We're going to be doing lines out of Old Man Logan, because I don't have many fun books. You know, the Outwitting Squirrels book was fun because that was entirely random, but like I'm looking at my own catalog of books and it's really just like, I'm not gonna read Capital by Karl Marx while slowly getting drunk. Just straight up. But let's get started. I'm gonna write out the alphabet and numbers as usual, and then we'll jump into writing with our hands. Okay, that's like my one sentence. Now, let's get into the fun part. Writing with both hands. Now that is some real cool shit. Okay. So, I didn't realize that comic books, or that book at least, didn't have page numbers. So, we're reading Capital by Marx instead. This behemoth. Damn. So this is gonna be what we pull random numbers out of and get. Nope, there's my placeholder. I only read like one subsection, and then I was like, I am reading too many dense books right now. Let me relax and do something else. And then I did that and finished the other books I was reading. And I haven't looked at this. This is a project book. I really want to tear through it and like annotate it. All right, whatever. Okay, so we're starting from the editor's preface, which counts as page 3, and we're going to the last page back here. This is like 1,135. 36. Well, I put the thing. I did put the thing to 5. 36. Where did I get 5 from? Whatever. They're close, I guess. So, let's get started. We have page 126 to start, but I need to drink first. So, I literally just bought this at the liquor store. And, wish me luck. I'm gonna sleep drunk tonight, though. I'm like, that makes it worth it, I suppose. Hair flip. I miss having long hair. I love having my hair tied back, but I love my long hair. Okay. So, page 126. Oh man, look at how dense this is. All right, so we're gonna do this paragraph. I'm probably just gonna read the first sentence, but I gotta read it for you. Secondly, the product is the property of the capitalist and not that of the laborer. It's immediate producer. I gotta redo that. Secondly, the product is the property of the capitalist and not that of the laborer, its immediate producer. Suppose that a capitalist pays for a day's labor power at its value, then the right to use that power for a day belongs to him, just as much as the right to use any other commodity, such as a horse that he has hired for a day, to the purchaser of a commodity that belongs its use. And the seller of labor power, by giving his labor, does no more in reality than part with the use value that he has sold. From the instant that he steps into the workshop, the use value of his labor power, and therefore also its use, which is labor, belongs to the capitalist. By the purchase of labor power, the capitalist incorporates labor as a living ferment with the lifeless constituents of the product. From his point of view, the labor process is nothing more than the consumption of the commodity purchased, i.e., of labor power. But this consumption cannot be effected except by supplying the labor power with the means of production. The labor process is a process between things that the capitalist has purchased, things that have become his property. The product of this belongs, therefore, to him, just as much as does the wine, which is the product of a process of fermentation completed in his cellar. I wish I had more context, but yeah, I get that. I think. So, like, in short, the capitalist views labor and, like, the labor process and the power of labor as just another means to the commodity, right? The capitalist views the output that is provided by the labor as not the full picture of it, but the output as the fullness of the work that went into it. And in turn, they believe that they own the product and the labor that has gone into it. And it's incredibly... Dude, that was a lot of alcohol. Okay, we're gonna write secondly. Alrighty. Are you ready? Okay, that was cool. I love talking about capitalism and exploitation. The more I read into that, or I guess just while I was writing it, I think I understood it more, because it was just talking about how the labor that goes into creation of commodities. But I would I need to read it for fucking context. But like, I guess, like, I'm assuming the labor for all things beyond just simple commodities, I suppose. The labor of that isn't owned by those that put in the work for it, right? Your labor, your work, your time is owned by the capitalist class that gives you your wage, right? You receive your wage as a part of a contract that is saying that this is satisfactory for you, when no matter what they give you, it's not. You're settling for what you don't deserve. Ultimately, they're exploiting your work. Okay, next rule. We love capitalism. Shit. $546. All right, bro. I think I poured too much on that first cup. My hair's in the microphone. There you go. So, let's do this. Not as much. So oh my god. So for page 546, I'm gonna just read this paragraph. So it's just gonna be a wall of text every time, but I'm reading this paragraph right here. Genuinely don't know if you could see that, but does it matter? I guess not. The material for the second volume consists of the following parts. First, a manuscript entitled A Contribution to the Critique of Political Economy, containing 1,472 quarto pages and 23 divisions, written in the time from August 1861 to June 1863. It is a continuation of the work of the same title, the first volume of which appeared in Berlin in 1859. It treats on pages 1 through 220 and again pages 1159 through 1472 of the subjects analyzed in volume 1 of Capital, beginning with the transformation of money into capital and continuing to the end volume, and is the first draft for the subject. Pages 973 to 1158 deal with capital and profit, rate of profit, merchant's capital, and money capital. That is to say, with the subjects which have been farther developed in the manuscript for Volume 3. The questions belonging in Volume 2 and many of those which are part of Volume 3 are not arranged by themselves in this manuscript. They are merely treated in passing, especially in the section which makes up the main body of the manuscript, viz. Pages 220 to 972, entitled Theories of Surplus Value. This section contains an exhaustive critical history of the main point of political economy, the theory of surplus value, and develops at the same time in polemic remarks against the position of the predecessors of Marx. Most of the points which he has later on discussed individually and in their logical connection in Volume 2 and 3, I reserve for myself the privilege of publishing the critical part of this manuscript after the elimination of the numerous parts covered by Volumes 2 and 3 in the form of Volume 4. This manuscript, valuable though it is, could not be used in the present edition of Volume 2. Oh man. These are all long sentences. We'll do the first sentence of the next paragraph. That's down here. I feel myself getting looser and looser. So I'll read it for you. The manuscript next following in the order of time is that of Volume 3. It was written for the greater part in 1864 and 1865. After this manuscript had been completed in its essential parts, Marx undertook the elaboration of Volume 1, which was published in 1867. I am now preparing this manuscript of Volume 3 for the printer. Oh, man. Okay. So, let's write. Okay, we did it. Oh my god. Let's roll another one. 1, 2, 7, 8, 994. Oh man, bro, I'm sure y'all get like all these fucking pages are just walls of text. I don't know how many more I'm gonna do. Straight up, I'm gonna do this one at least. But I've been pouring more than a shot. That is for sure. Okay. Oh. Alright. Okay, so this is what you're dealing with on page 994. Right here. You get it? You get the idea. So on page 994, I'm gonna read it first and then drink. It's so interesting. You know, cameras are eyes. Anyway. In short, we cannot accomplish anything with 376 2v for the solution of this question. Don't know what it's referencing. I haven't read it. But it seems to still be more impossible to do anything with 376 the second s. Here, the capitalists of the same department are standing face to face, mutually buying and selling their articles of consumption. The money required for these transactions serves only as a medium of circulation and must flow back to the interested parties in the normal course of things. To the extent that they have advanced it to the circulation in order to pass again and again over the same course. I'm not writing that. There seem to be only two ways by which this money can be withdrawn from circulation. For the purpose of forming virtual additional money capital, either one portion of the capitalists of the second cheats the others and thus robs them of their money. We know that no preliminary expansion of the circulating medium is necessary for money should be withdrawn. Wait, I skipped one. Is necessary for the formation of new money capital. All that is necessary is that money should be withdrawn from circulation by certain parties and hoarded. It would not alter the case if this money were stolen, so that the formation of additional money capital on the part of a portion of the capitalists of the second would be accompanied by a positive loss of money on the part of the others. The cheated capitalists would have to live a little less gaily. That would be all. So I don't have any context, but I'm assuming that this is referring to how money is extracted out of the economy. That, like the stock markets and shit, because that is really a game that can only be played by capitalists and those that seek to exploit and thusly rob. Is that crazy to say? I don't think so. And I feel like what we've just read kind of explains that. I don't have any context to what it's referring, but that would make sense, It emboldens capitalists that seek to exploit further with little regard to any others, because they are rewarded for that behavior, as opposed to those that want to do well and keep their morality. When your entire being is consisting of chasing profits, your morals are thrown to the side because they hinder you in maximizing your output. And light went out, but it would support you to be more cutthroat, to be more apathetic, to disregard the circumstance of others in favor of taking as much as you can from another so that you can say you have more. All right, now let me drink. This is gonna be my last one. Didn't even want all this. I'm gonna drink more off camera, but I want to stay coherent. Really, that's it. Okay. And like, that's the thing. I pour so little. I should do a little more, shouldn't I? Ooh, that's scary. I'm not drinking that in one go. But you see all this? This shit ain't for me anymore. I'm going sober. Yo, future Alex, when you watch this, I hope you enjoy editing this. You will enjoy editing this. But I just hope our new work schedule is chill. Can't wait to listen to music and lay down. Like, this is good. But I gotta do it. Bro, this is the type of shit that people mean when they talk about selling their soul. Okay. This is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the last one. Yeah. So, this is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the last one. Oh man. I'm gonna get like below the line on this. Going sober after this. I can do more. Okay. That's right. Bruh. I think I would fucking die drinking that shit. It's 43% alcohol. Okay. So we have to leave like this. And like that, we have done it. That's another day complete. That was a lot of alcohol. A lot more than I was expecting. I'm happy I filmed this stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.